Alright, we are in this location then, where there's golems. Quite a few of them.
My name is Carradine. Once, longer ago than I care to think, I was a paragon to the dwarves of Orzammar. If you seek the anvil, then you must care about my story, or be doomed to relive it.
Caridin. I wonder how long exactly you've been alive then, at least in this form, even if not exactly otherwise, but you have made yourself into a cooler golem outfit. But yes, I just, when we got here, I had a feeling that maybe it actually was, because we have to have a paragon, so there is an option. But we have to have a paragon. At the moment when we met Paranga, we had no options because Paranga is the only paragon. But at this moment, there is someone else who is also, or at least used to be a paragon. But I didn't actually remember at all that it was actually Karadin still here, alive. After all, before I was talking about, I wonder how or why he stopped and so on and forth. But yes, well, we were actually able to meet Karadin. Didn't remember that properly. Caridin, as in the Caridin of Caridin's Cross.
Though I made many things in my time, I rose to fame and earned my status based on a single item, the Anvil of the Void. It allowed me to forge a man of steel or stone as flexible and clever as any soldier. As an army, they were invincible, but I told no one the cost. No mere smith, however skilled, has the power to create life. To make my golems live, I had to take their lives from elsewhere.
Yeah, again, would be so interesting to see what Shale would think when he would be here. She would be in here. Would definitely be a dire shortcut. Was it worth it?
So said my king. I had only intended to use volunteers, but he was not satisfied, and soon a river of blood flowed out of this place. Finally, it was too much. I refused, and so Valtor had me put on the anvil next.
How lovely. But yeah, so that's how it happened. But yeah, I was thinking too that if you would only be using volunteers for this sort of purpose, I think it would have been fine. But of course, they're really powerful. I understand that when there is a huge darkspawn horde coming, that you would want to be using any means, but that is obviously not right, and he made the right choice of saying no. But then he was made into a golem. So, yay. I wouldn't say this, and neither this. Sure, it could use it, but on the other hand, again, rather only on volunteers, and how many would want to volunteer for it? Well, those who really want to protect Orzammar and the Dwarven Kingdoms, fight against the Darkspawn, mayhaps, but it's not a pleasant thing, so what now? Do you want revenge, or what do you wish?
Not revenge. The blow of the hammer opened my eyes. My apprentices knew enough to make me as I am, but not enough to fashion a control rod. I retained my mind. We have remained entombed here ever since, and I have sought a way to destroy the anvil. Alas, I cannot do it myself. No golem can touch it.
No! The anvil is mine! No one will take it from me!
You, please, help me destroy the anvil. Do not let it enslave more souls than it already has.
But yeah, Paragon Pranka really sacrificed too much. I couldn't really. I understand. Anvil is a very important artifact in the sense that it would be able to do a lot for allowing us to create more golems that are very powerful, more powerful than one person is. On the other hand, we have been able to plow through with a group of 4 through quite a lot of golems too. So in that sense, are they that ridiculously powerful? We have been able to get here. But I understand. But Branka sacrificed way too much, and how many more dwarf lives would just be lost into the anvil? And then, even people that wouldn't wish for that. And indeed, Shale had her control rod broken. She's free now. But she didn't used to be. There used to be always a control rod for everyone. And maybe the Ken could be in the future, and he's one of the rare ones that is free from such a control rod. So it's just not very nice. I needed to bargain with Branka. I won't make golems. Sure, that would be my plan. But Branka would be making golems. She sacrificed her full house to just get here. She would sacrifice anything. How many golems would she make? I wouldn't be able to trust. She wouldn't make a ridiculous amount. Mayhaps, sure, but I myself, would I really want that to a lot of dwarves? No, I'm a dwarf. You were a Paragon. I'll help if you support a new king.
Don't listen! He's been trapped here for 1,000 years, stewing in his own madness. Help me claim the anvil, and you will have an army like you've never seen!
Branka, you mad, bleeding nugtail! Does this thing mean so much to you that you can't even see what you've lost to get it?
Look around. Is this what our empire should look like? A crumbling tunnel filled with dark spawn spume? The anvil will let us take back our glory!
But yeah, I'm sorry, Okrem, but I really cannot support Branka. Everyone else is looking there. Okrem at least turned towards Branka. Sure, it's very powerful, but I don't want it to be doing what it's been doing. So, the anvil enslaves living souls. It must be destroyed.
Have you no desire to discover this anvil's potential? It is a marvel, a tool of creation. You could rival the Maker himself with this instrument. If you destroy the anvil, I swear you will regret it.
And how would you like to become a golem?
You would not dare.
But you wouldn't yourself want to become a golem either. Of course I wouldn't, but I'm just asking you the hypothetical question. Would you like to become one? I don't think so, and a lot of people apparently were already forced to become one. Again, it would be fine if we could for sure trust that only volunteers would ever be forced to go through this process. But how likely is that? Wouldn't you like to become a big stone machine?
I would rather not find out. Fine. Destroy it if it pleases you.
Thank you, stranger. Your compassion shames me.
Bah! You're not the only master smith here, Caradin. Golems, obey me! Attack!
And a freaking...
But, my friend, you must help me. I cannot stop her alone.
But yeah, forcing Morrigan disapproves. Okren disapproves. -10. I'm sorry, Okren, but I cannot stood beside Branka. I cannot. But yeah, most of the golems were just controlled with the control rod. And that's where our battle begins. Ain't that just a lovely thing? Okay, where to even start from?
Where to?
What shall you do?
Practice. An order. Here I am.
Oh, Kren, don't get stuck there forevermore. Let's try to heal him a little bit. Don't go and die already. That would not be fun. Alright, you did what you needed to do, as in get their attention a bit. You use a healing potion, Okran. But yes, I would prefer to kill some of these enemy golems first and foremost. So, yeah, there's 2 more of these stone golems that need to be destroyed here too, but I'll just try to kill at least these ones first, nonetheless. Could you go and start to kill one of these? I would prefer if none of our stone golem friends would die, but that's extremely unlikely in this situation. Don't think I can stop that especially anymore. Maybe I should have gone for these things first, but still. And as long as Alistair at least keeps her busy, should be fine. Should be fine enough. Ah. Yeah. Now, one of them... Well, actually you got pushed. You're not dead yet. You're not dead yet. This guy is, but you're not. At least. Was I able to actually try to heal them too, I wonder? I'm not actually completely certain if that was the case. If I was able to. Let's see. I guess I could. It's just that in some others, like Tyranny, I can't figure out how to heal my friendlies. So let's at least try to keep this one stone golem alive. At least the one. Ay. If I somehow can still be able to do so. Okay, actually, give him a force field, so he won't die immediately and he won't be getting himself all the time into more trouble, so that maybe we can at least save one of these goddamn stone golems. Poor Alistair is suffering quite greatly.
I see.
Slaughter them all! Protect my anvil!
Alrighty, a little bit of a stun. I think he will heal this stone golem at least once, so maybe doesn't go and just get themselves killed completely. Oh, stone golem, you're stuck behind Morrigan? Really? Well, I can't say that I can regret too much of not making more stone golems if they are as foolish as this one appeared to be. Just use enough. And I would really like it if I could go and use the lyrium vein. That ain't cool. Got 4 prangas. That's very uncool.
What?
Point me.
Hopefully they will not try to go and
The onslaught.
attack her. That's just annoying. I taunted them already, but they just had decided to go against Morrigan, and thus Morrigan died. It sucks quite a lot. Sucks a huge deal. Well, then we definitely just have to be using more and more healing potions, which is not cool, however.
I'm off.
Come on.
All right.
Come on, attack this one at least. Yeah, that sucks so much that she has to die just like that already. And now she's going for another lyrium vein. Which then does a different thing entirely. Well. Let's just try to destroy her. Yay, finally. Branka is cut down. But I could have at least saved one more golem. And of course, maybe if I could have taken just down Branka without dealing with all the golems. But I think it was kind of necessary for me to deal with the golems at the very least. The ones that were actually against me in there. So, yeah, I think it was kind of necessary nonetheless. Vanguard and Branka's shield and so on and forth. Well, but yeah, wish that I would have noticed to actually try to save the other golem too, but a little bit late for that now. So, Caridine.
Another life lost because of my invention. I wish no mention of it had made it into history.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Stupid woman. Always knew the anvil would kill her.
But at least it ends here. I thank you for standing with me, stranger. The anvil waits there for you to shatter it.
Yes, excellent idea. Just destroy it now, after all this.
Is there any boon I can grant you for your aid? A final favor before I am freed from my burden?
Okran, you lost Branka to this. What do you want? I think that's a fair question.
Yeah. I don't suppose you can bring Branka back. Maybe make her a golem like you.
I would not do such a thing to her, even if I could.
Somehow I didn't think so. Well, and I don't want anything that would remind me of this. Best it's just done. There is still the matter of the election. I mean, we still need a Paragon to get the Assembly support, right?
For the aid you've given me, I shall put hammer to steel one last time, and give you a crown for the king of your choice.
That is very nice of you. Thank you. That is a cool looking crown.
There, it is done. Give it to whom you will. I do not wish to hear their names, nor anything more of them. I have already lived far beyond my time. I have no place here.
I understand. Sure, it's unfortunate, but I promised, and besides, it has done a lot of bad too, even if it has done good things, as in, we have been able to, we're able to keep more of our areas back in the day, but I will destroy the anvil as agreed. Shame's Shale was not here.
You have my eternal thanks, stranger. A trust in all Tumshire. May you always find your way in the dark.
Goodbye, Caridine. May you rest in peace. Beneath the stone. Okran approves of that at the very least, even though didn't approve of having to kill Branka, but yeah. It is as it is. And there into the lava he jumped in. But yeah, I couldn't really... Especially, even more so, because I'm a dwarf. I don't... Well, I guess it goes one way or the other. Would I think that the dwarven kingdoms would, of course, in that sense benefit? Of course, because we would be able to actually claim areas, because apparently a golem is better than a dwarf warrior. And sure, one golem, I guess, would be able to win against me, but with tactics and so on, at least we've been able to defeat golems. Nonetheless, shock goading. But yeah, I have to talk to Shale about this a little bit, but unfortunate indeed that she wasn't in here regardless. Would have been nice to hear what you would have thought. You see a large stone tablet chipped with age, with a great number of dwarven runes carved into its surface. Examine the tablet more closely. The writing is in dwarven and appears to be a long list of names, each with a stamp of their house next to them. You recognize few of the house names. At the bottom of the list are the words, "We honor those who have made this sacrifice. Let their names be remembered." The carvings are still deep enough that the tracing could be taken, allowing the information to be carried elsewhere. Why would I need to ask about this? It kind of makes sense. Take a tracing of the tablet. The ancient runes are traced into a stack of papers which you store in your pack. The golem, a registry. Find someone who would be interested in the golem registry. I would also say that I would think that Shale would be interested in this. Fine, I'll ask Okran what he says, just because it's nice to hear what he would say.
Names. Long list of dwarves. Wait, hold on. We honor who have made this sacrifice. Let their names be remembered. Fart me a lullaby. It's a memorial of all the dwarves who became golems. Has to be. If there was some way of getting this back to the Shaper at Norzimar, I bet they'd brown their trousers and pay good gold for it. Probably both.
Probably. That way I got then more information who might be interested, but in all honesty I would think that it's quite of a logical assumption to make. But yeah, maybe one day I would need to go on actually.
Well, that pretty much beat the sod out of how I imagined it. You ready to head back yet and share the news?
Yes, I think we can be ready. Yeah, to the assembly. They need to know as soon as possible. And I'm sorry, Okram.
Yeah, those Deshirs have been trying to destroy the city for years. Haven't managed yet.
Back to Orzammar. All this way we came through into here, and now all the way back we go with only a crown to give to the rightful king, or well, whoever we choose as a king after all.
Lords of the Assembly, I call for order. This argument gets us nowhere.
Then why these delaying tactics? I call for a vote right now. My father has one living child to assume the Idukan throne. Who would deny him that?
Your father made me swear on his deathbed you would not succeed him.
I apologize for the interruption, Lord Steward, but the Grey Warden has returned.
Well, Warden, what news do you bring?
I bear a crown from Paragon Caridin for his chosen king.
Caridin was trapped in the body of a golem. This warden granted him the mercy he sought, releasing him and destroying the Anvil of the Void. Before he died, Caridin forged a crown for Orzamar's next king, chosen by the ancestors themselves.
I would like to believe Ogren's word, but it's well known the Grey Warden is Balin's hireling.
Silence! This crown is of Paragon make, and bears House Ortan's ancient seal. Tell us, Warden, whom did Caridin choose?
In all honesty, he wished me to choose. I guess I could say it because it is honest. He wished me to give it to whomever I chose.
Why would a Paragon trust someone who knows nothing of us with such a decision?
What are you talking about?
This is preposterous.
I'm a freaking
We've
dwarf.
argued in these chambers for too long. The will of the Paragon is that the Grey Warden decide.
And I'm a dwarf. You can't say I know nothing about any of this. I wonder if you would say that if I actually was Palin's brother or something. But yes, I crowned the crown to Phelan. This is the first time that I'll be doing this anyways, because I usually always choose Haramond, just because I just don't like the lie and so on that I have to do for the Phelan first at the start, even though Phelan might be the better choice in general for the dwarves, but never played as a dwarf before anyways, so I crowned the crown to Phelan.
At last, this farce has ended, and I can take my rightful place on my father's throne.
The shepherd had some assembly, man has some shaky hands.
Let the memories find you worthy. First amidst the lords of the houses, the King of Orzammar.
Do you acknowledge me as king?
I cannot defy a Paragon. The throne is yours, King Balin.
Then as my first act as king, I call for this man's execution. Guards, seize him!
That is kinda going far. What should I say about this? I don't remember how Haramond would have dealt with this or Phelan himself. Was he an honorable rival? As far as honorable can be in the Dwarven society, I guess. It's not like he didn't do some backstabby stuff too, or trying to buy votes, which itself isn't exactly honorable, buying votes, that hey, you get this stuff for voting for me. So, yeah. But I kinda wouldn't want him just be killed for that. When he did just let that happen, as in did recognize him as a king. Kind of feel that this is probably not gonna be getting me any favors when I say this, but okay, Haramond was an honorable rival as far as Dwarven honorable rivals go. Could you let him retire in peace?
You know better than anyone the war facing us, Warden. Orzammar cannot afford to be divided. Anyone undermining my reign is serving only the Darkspawn. I will return to my palace to gather my generals and prepare our forces for the surface. I will see you there, Warden. You have my gratitude for all you have done for me.
Ah, well. Wow, ropes don't help as much as you'd think against swords and axes. Wow. I wouldn't have expected that to be the case. That's so surprising. Swords, ropes aren't that safe?
Now I can embrace you as a brother. Without your aid, I would not have taken this throne so smoothly or so soon.
As a brother? Or as a sister? But oh well, I guess it doesn't really matter. In the end, it's the same thing. Congratulations, bravo! Now where are my troops? That's kind of going, but of course my sister had a lot to deal with to do with this. But should I say that in here? I would not let my sister down. It is true.
Nor I. She and young Endrin will stand beside me at my inauguration. My generals are already preparing for a mission to the surface. When you have need of us, you shall have every able-bodied dwarf in Orzammar. Since you did more than I expected, I offer a personal reward as well. This was a mall favored by my brother Trian. Take it with you, as a reminder of your ties to Orzammar. Now, I have much to do. If there is nothing else...
I want my face on one of those big statues. No, I do not. Do not care. I will return to the surface. Thank you for your aid.
Good luck, Warden. May we both crush our enemies.
Yay, Phelan's ally, level up. Quest completed, codex updated. What was that codex? God damn it. I wanna know what the codex would have been about. Codex. Do you start from there? No, you do not. Hey, fine. Maybe it's about Phelan. I wonder. There's all me friends. Of course. Phelan, Aeduk, and sure, let's read that one. This is time for action, not cultured debate. Third of King Endrin's children, Phelan has always been considered the last and least of his family. Not the heir, nor the favorite, and not as accomplished as either sibling. Phelan's most notable trait was his ability to stay out of trouble. His efforts paid off. He was named King of Orzammar by the Assembly. He was, now, named the King. Indeed he was.
There are people waiting, Warden. I must see to them.
Yes, yes. There is, I'm certain. All of these nobles.
King Balin will not forget your loyalty.
You did the right thing. House Idukan thanks you.
House Idukan owes you for your service.
Alright. Let's go and see also our sister, though. I think that would be a logical thing to do. It was this way, right? Or was it in here? Yes, it is. King Palin's bedroom is over there after all. So this is definitely the right way for me to go. For that. Hey, sister.
My Balin is on the throne, and it's all thanks to you. I knew we could count on you. I have to go now. Balin wants little Endrin and me dolled up for the inauguration.
I understand that. I basically have talked of those before after all already, so I'm gonna be nice. She's my sister after all. Congratulations, no one deserves this more than you.
Come down and visit sometime, little sister.
I will. And mother, I will be going back into the surface, so you have fun.
Both of you putting on airs. Too good to spend any time with your own man.
Yeah. You talk too much, mother. Alright, let's get a level up, though. Morrigan can get a level up as well. Should I get more strength? Yeah, maybe. Let's get one and let's get a couple of cunning. I think that's okay. What does this then do? Passive. A keen eye and a killer instinct help the assassin exploit the target's weak points. During a successful backstab attack, the assassin gains additional damage based on cunning. Wouldn't be bad, certainly. Dualist things, not sure if I'll be taking them much, but I would like to get stuff in here too. I'm not actually sure which of these would be in general better. These are all sustainable or activated abilities. Flurry. The character lashes out with a flurry of 3 blows, dealing normal combat damage with each hit. I think I'll rather go for this, even though I won't be getting those all the time, but I do try to do it from time to time at the very least. Those are both passive too, so I guess I will be going all the way to the assassin tree. Whenever backstab deals more enough damage, the assassin's foe is riddled with the bleeding wounds that inflict additional damage for a short time. Cool. And the assassin thrives on the momentum of death. Stamina is partially restored whenever the assassin fells an opponent with a backstab. Sounds good. Sounds pretty good. And my cunning is, after all, pretty high. And Morrigan, I almost forgot that I would need to level you up too. Let's get a few more magic. Let's see. What shall we take? Lethal bad luck. Every normal hit it suffers becomes a critical hit. Wouldn't sound bad. This would of course be extremely useful, but I kinda don't wanna go into that tree with her nonetheless, even though I could. Sleep. Maybe. I guess I could just do this first. And then I can use even a dead hex. Then I have 3 different hexes that are cool. Well, we're gonna go and sleep soon, so no need to worry about that crushed arm for you, certainly. Okay, so we have gone through this area. It will be interesting to see if we can talk to Shale at all afterwards, after this, about what we did find, nonetheless. I'd say that would be very much indeed interesting. Interesting.
You are stone-carved, Warden. I've never seen the like.
Hey, Cardol, you the one that was from the Legion of the Dead.
If I'd heard it secondhand, I'd have called it a sodding lie. Warden, we've got a king because of you. The rest, impressive, but the Legion is grateful most for restored leadership. It frees us to fight to the Darkspawn properly.
I'm grateful that you can do what you need to do and want to do. Do it properly. Orzammar is lucky to have you.
You'll have us too, Warden. I think it's time the surfacers saw the good the stone can unleash. We'll be at your side. Back to Orzammar when we win, though. I'll not stay topside to lose my stone sense.
Of course not. I wouldn't expect that sort of a thing. But yay, the Legion of the Dead will be even joining us. That's cool. That is very nice. Very happy about that. So that's the assembly. I don't think there's any purpose for me to go to the assembly, but to the shepherd on the other hand, yes, there is a purpose for me to go in. Rightio then.
At least someone is willing to stand up for tradition. Thank you again.
Hello, Orta.
I started to worry. I didn't know if you were ever coming back. Did you find any records? Any sign of the old Ortan Tig?
Yes, I did find something at the very least. I have the records right here.
You found them? Let me see. That's my great-grandmother's name. And her husband! Oh, great ancestors, it's them! It's me! I am an Ortan. Oh, thank you. I have to take these to the assembly right away. Find me there. Once these are acknowledged, I'll give you any reward.
You're welcome. But of course, the name is so important in this dwarven society. I have no name, but I'm grateful that some people can have names. Memories?
All right.
As recorded by the memories, okay. By virtue of honored ancestry and great personal sacrifice on the part of its last descendant, the joining of the House Ferald and the Legion of the Dead is recognized as worthy of investigation by the memories. If the lineage proves intact, any sufficient relations of the Legion of the Dead may be acknowledged as minor nobility, but I did read that, I'm pretty sure. Not certain. Let's see. And yeah, and... Alright, the antidote. Do I have something for that? Meet Orta in the assembly. And return to Filda, of course. Some quest. Okay, about the dead cast. Just completed that. The dead cast insignia has been entered into the memories. The Legion of the Dead may eventually be considered a caste or house of its own. Alright, so that was enough basically for that.
Most impressive, Warden. King Balin's ascent to his father's throne has been recorded in the memories. Is there something more I can help you with?
Something, yes. I have some tracings you might be interested in.
What's this? A list of names. Most of these clans no longer even exist. Is this authentic?
You bet your hairy arse it is. Taken from a tablet in Caridin's fortress, no less.
Then is it true? The rumors of Caridin's so-called volunteers? Extraordinary! I would love to make a copy of this. The Shaperate has never had much information on Caridin and his golems, much less proof of this magnitude. Warden, I hope this artifact from our archives will suffice as a reward. I must inform the Shaperate at once.
And done. You gave the trace into the column of the golem registry to the Shaper. He was very pleased to have it. I bet he was. I do need to then check if I can find if I have anything for that one person who was trying to cure people in the noble place. I didn't notice that I would have gotten anything of a sort, but maybe. What about you, Orta?
My name's Orta. After the old Orton house, they gave our seat back. And the records show which houses still owe House Orton money. One day, I will be able to properly thank you for all you've done for me.
All right. Well, to be honest, we have a decent amount of money, so your happiness is enough for me.
And I don't know what treasure is left, but whatever I get, you can have as much as you want. I'll have to find someone willing to look. Maybe a whole expedition. If the tide is still there, it must have something. House Orton will not forget this kindness. Didn't that sound official?
Yeah, sounded kinda official. Thanks to you, Orta of House Orton has retaken her seat in the assembly. Her gratitude will certainly be of use in the future. If exploration pans out, she may have an additional reward if you ever return to Orthamar. Ah, alright. I guess I should be having a look into that then. Well, this is my home, so it would make sense to come and return here at least at some point to just visit, even. Okay, let's have a look. Did I have anything for that person who would need to be able to make a medicine? That woman has definitely had to be waiting for a medicine for a long time, but I don't know if I have anything for that guy. Didn't really look like I would have had, so might be something that I have to return here for later. Would anyways make sense that some herbs might be from maybe some completely different location, but I don't know. We'll see. Not certain. There is the herbalist.
Any luck, Warden? She doesn't have much time. There's nothing I can do but wait. It's all but inevitable.
What do I need for that then? Did I need to make actually some specific thing? Probably not. Okay, I do actually. Alright. Okay. So, if I can go and find a shop where maybe just go outside into the camp and try to see if I can get something. God damn it, I used all the elf fruits before. Well, I guess this is at least a reason to come back then. But yeah, I didn't realize that actually I needed to look into there and not just, okay, I just get a certain... I have certain things already. I just need to find them and that's it. That it would be made automatically. It is actually something that I need to create. Fine. Well, need elf roots, which we'll find more in the outside. And I crafted too many healing potions with them, so don't have much of anything of a sort at this very moment. Well, at least I checked and now should just try to remember that's the case. Need to try to make it when I can. When possible.
News of the hour. Balin is king. Future of Orzammar secure.
He sure is the king now. He is the king. As the Lord Dace. This yeller or announcer isn't even here no more. And you, Loliniar, or whatever your name was, something into that direction. I guess I also would still need to find some knocks, because it didn't say that I would have found all the knocks, right? I don't think so. For this knock caterer, I mean.
I trust Vala, my nug-wrangling friend.
I don't know. Maybe I have them all when he addresses me like that. Maybe. Not certain. Not certain in the least. You, Filda. I have news to you that you won't like.
You've returned. With all the excitement over the new king, I never expected you to remember my poor son. Did you learn anything about my ruck?
Lady, your son is a dung-eating lunatic. I promised not to say those things, so... I'm sorry. Rock's dead.
Oh, my poor boy. I guess I knew, but... I just wish I could have seen him one last time. Here. This is my husband's masterwork, the first shield he smithed. I don't have anyone to save it for anymore. I'd like you to have it. For what you risked to bring me this news.
I wonder, could I take that to Rock? But yeah, poor Rock. Poor Rock. So that I got a little bit earlier. Vanguard. And Trian Small, of course. Not sure I'll be using it, but we have it. Rock Shield. +4 to attack. Kinda would be nice to be able to take it back though. Even if it may be a little bit silly, but would be nice. He is, after all, he is alive. Even if he didn't wish anyone to know that he was. Do you have anything different to say now?
It's hard to believe we have a king again. I suppose the ancestors truly favor the Idukans.
Uh-huh. Maybe so. Maybe so. Yep. Alright, but I guess we are otherwise pretty much done in this location. I can hardly believe it. Can hardly believe it. Alrighty, so I guess we'll be ending here for this episode, and next time around we go to the camp. Maybe we can get him or the apothecary or herbalist the medicine that he would need. I don't know. At some point at least I'll need to try to be doing it. And we'll see where we'll be going next. So, thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you enjoyed some more Dragon Age Origins, and I'll see you for more next time. So, bye bye until then. See ya. To be continued with Kidarusha next time in Dragon Age.